I understand they win money and that was in the pot, but they're gonna have to they're gonna have to increase the amount of money you win, I guess, is what I'm saying. So there you go. Loved this season. I did have a little problem with the reunion. I'll be honest with you. I don't know if you guys watched the reunion. Apparently, one of the questions, Tom Sandoval, this really people. I'm not all of you. I know you guys hate him. The general consensus, people are saying that this redeemed him, and people are saying he has redeemable qualities. I never hated the guy, so there was nothing to redeem. The problem I have at the reunion is, I don't know if you guys are like deep into Big Brother, but like what Brittany did to Danielle, and Danielle said again, it cuts so deep. They have such history. Brittany screwing over Danielle on all these other shows, but they're gamers. And even Danielle is like, look, girl, I ain't ever gonna trust you again, but I'm a gamer and like I get it. Whatever. Let's move on. It just shows you the difference between these gamers and these housewives. I mean, Dorinda is so upset still at Bob the drag queen. She was the first one voted off. And then I guess Bob on air, I don't even remember this, was saying, like, I don't even know who she is. And Bob is like, girl, I have no idea who you are. You don't know who I am. You don't watch Drag Race. I don't watch Housewives. So Bob said, I guess on air, I didn't even know who she was. She was the first one voted off. She came in really hot. Like, Dorinda is still fucking pissed off at Bob the drag queen for saying that he doesn't know who she is. It's like, girl, Bob toured with Madonna. Get the fuck over it. To me, it just shows you. I really thought it was like a bitter bitch on Dorinda's part. Then Ion, who I mean, again, Ion bothers me. Sorry, I just think she wants camera time. She stands up and she is just. I mean, she's now telling Bob that she's upset and that Bob is jealous of her because she's funnier than Bob. I mean, Bob is like. Girl, when you have two comedy specials, call me. I have two on Netflix. Look, don't go into a war of words with Bob the drag queen. I just think I mean, I don't know. It just shows you that these housewives, it's serious, right? It's just a game, Dorinda Medley. But no, they take every fucking thing you say. They are in the comments. They are in this. They are in that. And then you want to know why they all fucking hate me? Good. Thank God they do. I mean, get over it. She was really still pissed at Bob the drag queen, and I'm like, man, like what Brittany did to Danielle is so deep. It cuts so deep. She has screwed her over so many times in game shows that Danielle's like, look, girl, no love lost with you, but I ain't ever gonna trust you again. But yeah, I'm over it. So if she can get over it and yet Dorinda can't, oh my God. But anyway, anyone that's not watching The Traders, watch along with us next season because season 4 is coming. Before we get into some other stuff here, I have to say, uh, Teddi Mellencamp has shared a very unfortunate and sad health update. You know, I will stand behind this. I am not a doctor, but, you know, she had the cancer, the melanoma. They were cutting it out. They took it out. They were really, you know, trying to get rid of it all. You know, I unfortunately have had so many people in my life have different forms of cancer. So although I'm not a doctor, I've had experience with this in my own capacity. And, you know, anytime they're trying to cut cancer out and it spreads, i.e., metastasizes, it is not a good thing because it means that they were trying to cut the cancer out and they didn't get it all. They thought they got it all. They didn't, you know what, regardless, it has metastasized. It has spread to another part of the body. That means they didn't get it all. So whatever cells spread to part A of the body, we have to question, are there other cells that have now spread somewhere? We may not know about them today, but chances are if they spread to the brain or whatever part of the body, they spread other places. So we know that Teddy had 5 tumors. They removed 2. The ones that they didn't remove, let's be very honest, it's because they couldn't. It was too risky, and now they have to go in with radiation and immunotherapy. And now Teddy has revealed that there are also tumors on her lungs. So right away, we know that it has not only spread to her brain, but it has spread to her lungs. So this is. I don't want to go there. I don't really want to say what I'm saying, but I think when something like this happens, the key is that the patient and the patient's family should always have hope up until you're told by the doctor it's time for hospice. So I think people are judging Teddy for going horseback riding because she was cleared by her doctors. I think personally, to me at this point, I think Teddy should do, I think it's very, people are saying get well so you can return to two T's. When I see comments like that, I'm like, oh, sweetie, like you don't understand what's actually happening here. So, personally, I think Teddy should do whatever the fuck she wants to do 24 hours a day at this point. Go horseback riding every day if you want to. Uh, I don't understand. Look, I mean, she is documenting this on Instagram, and I'm not judging Shannon Doherty. This was she really her whole thing was if I could raise cancer awareness, I'm going to talk about this all the time. I mean, Teddy, if I were you, I would shut down that Instagram. I mean, fuck these people. Who cares what people are saying? You would never hear from me again on Instagram, and I would just go live my life. So I think people still don't really understand the severity of Teddy's situation, that it is not just spread to the brain, it is also spread to the lungs. And yes, she's going to fight, but I'm going to keep my opinions to myself when it spreads to not one but two areas. It's in your body everywhere. It's not good. So let the girl go and ride a fucking horse, okay? Enough of my soapbox for today. I gotta tell you, I we have a lot to get to. I loved it. I got something in my life I love. I mean, everybody thinks I'm so negative. Yeah, I am negative when someone like Dorinda Medley months later is upset because Bob the drag queen said, "I don't know who you are." It's oh God, these housewives, and this is what they're like in real life. They don't let it go. They're a dog chasing a bone. But I love the traders, and now I love something else. It's called Denise Richards and her Wild Things. I fucking loved it. I loved it. We have a few episodes out. In the first episode, we see Miss Camille, Donatachi, Grammar Meyer. And you know what I love for everyone that's not watching this? It's the same production company. So we're getting flashbacks to Housewives. I mean, Camille is explaining that she's known Denise forever because Charlie was on, you know, uh, he was on his show, and Kelsey was on Frasier, and they would always see each other at award shows, and they would always be up for the same thing. Um, Loved it, loved it, loved it, loved it. In the second episode, we have Tori Spelling, and they both dated Patrick Muldoon. And I mean, next week already in episode 3, we're getting Erica Jane.